Exactly. Look at me had already decided on the time when he was going to kill the victim. So, in order to create an alibi for that time, he took this picture days before the murder took place.
What the?
Of course, the statue hadn't yet been brought down to the basement warehouse yet. Oh, so on the day of the crime, Mr. Emmy must have been quite nervous. As nervous as a long-tailed cat in a rocking chair factory, so to speak. Why? Because something that was supposed to be there had been brought down in a place where it wasn't supposed to be. And that is why Look at Me had to move the statue on the night of the murder. He did it to make the room match with the way it had been in this photo.
Exactly.
Gah! Order! Mr. Emmy, is this true? One moment, Your Honor. Have you forgotten this? What's that? The data for the basement warehouse computer. According to this, the camera did indeed go off on the night of the crime. You sure that the camera had been set up by the Lloyd Taylor staff? However, the program used to manage that data was yours. That alone would have allowed you to tamper with the data.
Oh, you got you there now.
You lost it, my fine class! Order! Mr. Godo, what is the meaning of this? Coffee. Exactly.
It's
I was
always
thinking.
the answer for everything.
Godo, I warned you about making me wait. Now put that coffee down.
My 11th cup. I have promised to drink no more than 70 during the trial. Which means I still have a good until the last drop.
However, the defense has a very good point.
A good point. So what? We're all but robbers of rolls of infinite points. I think you got your points mixed up with your other points. So, you say the photograph was taken ahead of time, and that the statue was moved in order to make it match. That's a very interesting idea. However, there's one point that you can't be denied.
Which is?
That is only a possibility. Men that are trapped by the chains of maybe
Chop!
can never reach their dreams.
That's very true. No way, don't fall for that, Your Honor.
Hey, Mr. Damask.
Yes?
If there was no funny business in your actions as Master Damask, there should be no problem with you telling us your strategy, so let's hear it.
Yes, please provide this court with your testimony about your plan to steal the sacred urn.
Can you do that?
The sacred urn heist. I first received a request from Lolita about 20 days ago. The urn was placed in a box and Slivari was then sent to the warehouse. And so I was actually unable to see the urn for myself until the day of the crime. I knew it was an extremely valuable treasure, so I sent my card 10 days beforehand. I then handled security by myself to ensure that my crime would go smoothly. At last, I held the urn in my hands for the first time at 1 AM on October 12th. Oh, really?
That's pretty much all the stuff we heard before, isn't it?
Yeah, but we will find the truth, hidden in the nuggets of new information you gave. With this, be sure there are no mistakes this time. Sorry, that's what I have to say. Very well then, Mr. Wright, you may begin cross-examination.
Okay.
We have to present something.
Yes, we do.
On the third statement, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. You're actually right for once.
It's the urn, I believe.
No.
Oh, no, it's not. Wait. What was it? I know it's something. He says that, oh, I wasn't able to see the urn. But he actually did.
No, he didn't. Let's go to the calling card.
Oh, yeah, the calling card. And it says here, take good care of that spackle urn.
More the part of the spackle.
Exactly. So there you go. Mr. Effie, if you really are Master of the Mask, then you also wrote this calling card, correct? But of course.
Is there a problem with the calling card?
Allow me to read a passage from the calling card that Master of the Mask had written. Take good care of the speckled urn. Now, the speckled here surely refers to this pink pattern of the sacred urn. Yes, that is true, but so what? Truth be told, there is no way that Master of the Mask could have known about this pattern. What do you mean? This pink spotted pattern on the urn is actually nothing more than paint stains. Paint stains? And these stains did not appear until after the end has been taken to Holy Taylor.
I'm not finding this joke to be very funny, Mr. Wright.
The day that the sacred urn was taken to the warehouse, the urn was broken due to human error, or should I say, an error-prone human. And that's when the pink paint got on the urn.
Can't be serious.
And yet this calling god clearly mentions the paint pattern, which means that the valley has seen this urn long before the crime ever took place. In fact, he saw when this fake photo was taken. And because this photo is a fake, your alibi for denying the murder no longer holds water.
What?
You lost these words!
Sure. Let's go with that.
Witness? Witness? Do you have anything to say for yourself? Alright, that's it! He's broken!
Nick, I think it's still a little early for victory poses.
You mean the Final Fantasy victory pose? Anyways, let's move on. Huh? Oh snap, I forgot.
It's so sad. No one has any convictions these days.
Conviction, you say?
Yesterday, we all decided to
Anonymously
that this man was Master the Mask. And now we are calling him a murderer. You don't think we are being a tad pickle?
That's a good point. Why, don't fall for that too, Your Honor. That's twice now.
You say a book at me was the one who killed Kane Bulwer. Then let me ask you this, why would he do that?
An excellent point. Motive, Mr. Wright. Motive. Might you, my merry murderous motive manifest. A lot of M words there.
Nick, we're getting a second win. It's getting a second win. Whatever.
If he prepared an alibi and pinned his driver on the lines you say, he must have had a very strong motive for murder.
The only one with any motive we are seeing is Ron the Light. Isn't that right, detective?
Indeed. According to my own research, the boy's motive is clear. Without a motive, it's nearly impossible to provide guilt in a murder case. Now then, maybe you can enlighten us to what the defendant's motives were. Thank you, Sir Old-Timer. They're doing everything they can to make Ron look suspicious. Despite a lack of our information, this may be our only chance. Motive for murder. Look at me. At no point of contact with the victim whatsoever. Kane Bowler decided to investigate Master Dynamite, as if he mistook who he was. It was Mr. Bowler who wrote that blackmail letter sent it to Ron Delight. And it was again Mr. Bowler who harbored a grudge against Mr. Delight for his betrayal. Mr. Bowler's mistake is quite excusable. The defendant truly believes he has Master Dynamite. That is why Mr. Delight saw it fit to kill Kane Bowler. Truly a tragedy. Aww. So the victim, Kane Bullard, blackmailed the defendant.
This blackmail were found in the defendant apartment. Handwriting test confirms that Mr. Bullard indeed was the one who wrote the letter.
What? Oh, it was updated. Very well, Mr. Wright, begin your cross-examination.
Again.
Okay, that's first we have to present now.
Well, we do need to press for the statement here in the second one.
This one.
Yes.
Okay. I have to press first. That's good. Mistook. That's right. Mistook. From the old nurse mistaka, meaning to take an error. That wasn't what I meant. So did the victim mistake Master to be? Why, that is obvious. Not the lie, of course. Boy, I'd like to wipe that smug look off this guy's face.
Press harder.
Why would the victim mistake the defendant for Master Ottoman? Don't you already know that? Sorry! Take a look at this newspaper. Oh! Aho! That's the famous Tea of Eminent. Magnificent jewel. That photo shows a magnificent detective as well, does it not? Furthermore, it also shows an ugly god, namely the defendant. Dependent? The victim clearly misread these articles and got the wrong impression. The impression that this ugly security guard was in fact masked on the mask. I see.
That was an unusual reasonable deduction. Interesting. Anyways, let's go to segment 3.
Yeah, that's the one.
No, I didn't say to press it, NS.
Oh, oops. Well, to give you a hint anyway.
I guess.
You mean this blackmail letter right here? It says bring $50,000, and the handwriting is without a doubt the victim's.
There's no mistake. We have an official report to prove it.
But I don't see an address on this letter anywhere. An address?
This sweater was discovered in Ron DeWhite's apartment. Mr. DeWhite did show up in the designated place and time. The fact that there is no addressee is irrelevant.
I wonder.
What's up, Nick?
I just had a thought. What if that blackmail letter wasn't meant for Mr. Delight?
Whoa, do you have any evidence for that?
For some reason, I just can't shake the feeling that there's something not quite right about this blackmail letter.
Yeah, that's the hint for this.
Well, everyone, are you quite satisfied?
Yep.
No!
Yeah, but we didn't need to press that.
Yeah, but this
Anyways, let's go back.
So we have to present the blackmail letter itself.
Yeah, but let's check it first.
Exactly. Because, if you think back, you don't want your true identity revealed to the world.
No,
If
not
you
that
don't,
part.
I'll take that red diamond you received the other day instead.
Yeah.
And who has the red diamond now?
Right, him.
Yes.
So,
So there you go. Blackmail letter to present.
And not only that, actually, but we'll talk
see,
about.
yeah.
We'll see. That's in.
Mind if I ask you a few questions, Detective Atme? Well, if it's just a few, I guess it's alright. You said that this letter was addressed to Ron DeWhite. I couldn't help but notice one major contradiction. Contradiction?
I don't know where you're walking contradiction, why you get off saying things like that.
You want to talk.
At a time like this, men are made to express themselves with their fists. Why don't you show us what you got there, Junior?
Indeed, time to man up, Mr. Wright. Show us the contradicting evidence in the content of the blackmail letter. The newspaper clipping, if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah, yes it is.
Because the Tear of Ammonon's gem is, he said red diamond, right?
Yeah.
But the Tear of Ammonon's color is blue.
When they said taken, if this was to be mask to mask, his first eyes would be in the blue gem,
Exactly.
not a red one.
Exactly.
So we present that.
Line colored.
Colorblind.
Colorblind, yeah. Take a good look at this newspaper clipping. It contains a picture of the Tear of Ammonon, the stolen jewel. What about it? The problem is this jewel's color.
Color. I'm not much for discussing color myself.
You'll see why later. According to the clipping, the color of the stolen jewel was blue. However, in the blackmail letter, a totally different jewel is mentioned. I'll take that red diamond you received the other day. Red? Which means, the red diamond described in the blackmail letter is not the Tear of Ammonon that masked onto my soul at all.
Objection!
Oh, come on, Dodo. Oh, slam!
And your point is, Mr. Trite. So you're trying to say that this blackmail letter was intended for someone else. That is what you're trying to say, right?
That is what you're trying to say, right, Mr. Ray?
Well, is that what you're trying to say? Right, Nick?
Yes. This is who Kane Bullet was actually blackmailing.
Guess who?
This guy. This guy!
Yeah, that guy. Not the other guy, not the other guy, that guy. Just
Naturally,
this one.
it was you, Detective Atme. Do you have some sort of basis for that claim? You have been personally involved in every single Master on the Mask case. And in the last case, you recovered what was stolen and receive a jewel as your reward.
A jewel.
Probably the one wrapped conspicuously around your finger. That red diamond ring!
Oh yeah, you got cut there.
That is the diamond referred to in the letter. Which means that Kate Bullock wrote that letter in order to blackmail you! Ah! You got caught there.
Shit, I just already said that. Stop saying my line.
What do I say?
seems you've gone too far with the childish pranks, Mr. Wright.
Uh-oh, I don't like the way he said that.
Ken Boer blackmailing look at me. Are you for real?
Yes, I am.
Quick, Nick, come on, stand up!
Chop!
Then answer me this. The blackmail letter contains the following passage. If you don't want your identity to be revealed to the world.
Yes, it certainly does.
Anyways, Ken Bulwer threatened to make Look at Me an entity public knowledge. An identity that he wanted to keep secret. So just what was that identity?
After he killed Ken Bulwer because he was afraid of his secret becoming known. What's the identity you want to keep secret?
This is what it all comes down to, Nick.
The identity that Look at Me wanted to do, so that's the keep secret what the identity is.
Obviously, it's
Blackmail.
Master. Wait, no, blackmailer, yes.
Look at Me was a blackmailer.
Objection!
Hey now, isn't that a little different from what you've been saying? You said Ken Bower was the one blackmailing Look at Me. Are you saying that me is blackmailing someone else on top of that? Huh? You have to admit, that does sound a little odd.
It's not odd, it's the only thing that makes any sense. Ken Bulwer was blackmailing Look at Me. But Ron the Lie was also being blackmailed by someone. So did you start to receive blackmail letters starting after this incident?
Yes, just a few days after the Tyrion Eminent heist. After that, I started to getting plans in the mail. I received plans for someone very kind person, incredibly detailed plans.
Detailed plans? Which case it would mean that Ron the Lie was actually my third match. That is what we are claiming. Someone else came up with the plans and had Mr. Delight steal his target for him. And that someone was none other than Look at Me. Shh! Silence!
I'll kill you!
I kill you! Now I see. It's all becoming clear. Oh, this is the best line I like of any.
Not really.
What is? Well, it's actually one. It's funny. When
It's
you
only funny when it's used against him.
When you were in grade school, you received the same report card every year. Careless with the tendency to jump to conclusions. Am I wrong?
Yes.
How did you
How did you get that wrong?
say that I, Look at Me, was blackmailing Ron the Lie? In which case I would naturally know all about his relation to Matt Stardust. Well, yeah. Ron the Lie started receiving plans from his second crime onward, correct? Which means I learned of his identity when he committed that first crime. Good point. You certainly couldn't have blackmailed him otherwise.
In that case, let's see some hot, bitter evidence. During the first crime, Mal did... Fuck you for putting the fucking thing on the screen. Anyways, Look at Me know that Ron the Light was Master the Mask. And that would be the newspaper clicking again.
Yep.
Because he didn't know that that person there was Ron the Light.
Exactly. I think I see it. See what? When you were in grade school, you received the same report card every year. Oh, wait for it.
Wait for it.
Gets into lots of mischief, trying to be the center of attention.
Yeah.
What do you mean? This newspaper clipping. It has a picture of you and Ron the Lie in his guard uniform. It seems that Matt Stardust didn't just disappear into thin air. He just took off his outfit, hid it in a bucket. That sounds far too stupid to be true. Correct. With tricks like that, you couldn't fool a baby, let alone an ace detective. And that's when you figure it out, Mr. Happy. That's when you learn that under his mask, Matt Stardust was really Ron the Lie.
What the? Wasn't that supposed to be Master the
Not
Mask?
only that, it looks like he wasn't even an ace detective.
I can't believe it! He was so many blackmail.
What a fraud, trying to pass himself off as an ace detective. Why you, how dare you expose me like that? Why, I mean, I've never blackmailed anyone in my life. I've been a proud ace detective and also my son. Why can't you understand that?
I can't.
I'm afraid you are neither a proud thief nor an ace detective. You're a blackmailer and a murderer. That is your true identity. Why you out there even trolling? I know. It's enough to make one laugh.
Okay, that was crazy. Anyways.
He sounded like Oldback now.
Oh, I guess we're done with this case.
It would seem we finally got to the real answer.
That was quite a performance from Mr. Adme.
Bailey, please prepare yourself for Mr. Happy.
Objection!
Oh god damn it, there's never an animal with yellow hair.
I think it's his 17th cup now? He's gonna announce it.
I think it is. The hammer that strikes too fast, there's no time to aim.
What do you mean? I'm already prepared to deliver my sentence. Chop!
Mr. Gravel. Anyways, allow me to say one thing. I'll be the one to judge with my mug. You don't get much more in your face than that. It appears that your claws weren't quite sharp enough, Mr. Wright.
Where are you?
It's true that you've proven a lot of things. Things like look at me was the filthy blackmailer. And he wasn't a worry Taylor the night of the murder.
That's right, that's why he's the one who killed Mr. Bolt.
But there's still one thing you have yet to prove.
What's that?
Just because he wasn't at the warehouse doesn't mean he was at the murder scene.
Chop!
Therefore, if you can't prove this pitiful excuse for a man was at the Keybase security, then you don't see how the video can be delivered.
No way!
Got the point, fuck.
You all lose the internet! Order the court! Well, Mr. Wright, this is it. This is the final round. I've got to prove that Adme was at Mr. Bullet's office on that night.
But can you really prove that? That's long enough, Mrs. Wright. I want to hear your answer.
That night, Luke Adme was at KB Security at the defense.
I can't prove it, god damn it!
The defense can prove it. With
No,
evidence.
can't!
Well, you said though! Okay.
No, I said I can't prove it! I said damn it!
I think you could go back there, I think.
Are you sure?
Yeah, you sure?
Don't you worry, I'll watch over you as you break down and fall in pieces. I said can't and ask God.
I think you can go back.
Well, yes, we can, it seems. Prove that we could be blah 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 blah. Okay, it's already match! Go!
Let's just lose.
That doesn't prove anything.
I know. Oh.
This is why you should visit what I say. I said
Because
can't.
he said, you have to, like... Oh!
Well, I
that was
didn't know
hilarious. It's bitter. Very bitter.
just like that damage.
Well, that was funny.
Mm-hmm.
Come on now. That was actually that was funny. Okay, I did it for something. Can't
Can't
prove
prove it. Jesus Christ, Ines.
it. Well, that was funny anyway.
Anyways.
I can't prove it.